Angel wings washed up on my shore today. They did, which is why I'm attired in my beach wear. I have my Hawaiian shirt on today, just for the occasion. Angel wings led me to Tom Hanks, the movie Castaway, which I absolutely love. And we're going to spiritualize the movie because I found out something today. In looking at a couple of commentaries about this movie, that these angel wings that are the thread through the whole movie lead us to a special place in this movie. Because I read this one commentary that said the notion of a divine goodness out there in God is challenged by this movie. That this movie challenges the actual goodness of God. Why? Because of all the suffering he goes through. Apparently, whoever wrote this missed the fact he gets off the island. Yeah, but he suffered for 4 years. He gets off the island. He does get off, and God has his own timing in all this, and the angel wings keep playing a role in all of this. So Tom Hanks you know the story. Tom Hanks is on this island. There's been a plane crash, and he's trying to make his way, and he's down at the shore, and he's looking at what he has to work with. FedEx boxes, ice skates. All right, a knife, a couple of knives. I might be able to use to make a raft to get off this place, to get off this island of woe. What else do I have? He's already got the shoes from the pilot who washed up dead. Wilson, a volleyball. A volleyball. This was so brilliant. You think it's so brilliantly written, but then you find out that the screenwriter, I think his name is Bill Broyles, he decided to have this experience of the island. So he actually went and lived on an uninhabited island for 10 days just so he could see what he had to do. Build a shelter. How do I catch fish? How do I collect water? And on day 3 of this uninhabited island, up washing up on the shore, was a volleyball. Wilson. And so he's like, okay, well, and he started talking. He literally started talking to it. What else do you do with a volleyball? You know, you crave that socialization. So he incorporated that into the movie, and Castaway wouldn't be the movie it is, right? Without Wilson and these discussions and arguments he's having with Wilson. And ultimately, there is such a great relationship that by the time they're out on the raft, and Wilson falls into the ocean. Wilson, I'm sorry. You just bawl your eyes out. What else do we learn? Along the way, in the cave, more angel wings. He draws them there. And again, spiritualizing the movie, we see God in there. We see the protection of the cave. But there is all the suffering, right? Remember how long it took him to start a fire? Oh my gosh. And he sings Doors song along the way with this thing. But he's do that, and he's got to figure out how to fish and how to catch water and all these kinds of things, right? So there was a lot of suffering. But as we spiritualize the movie, and this is what we're getting to here, is that as we're in exile, and we are, this isn't home, right? This isn't home. Heaven is home. So we spiritualize this, and we're trying to get back home. And Christ came and died on the cross, died to self, and says, do the same. Die to self. Life isn't about you. And so we try to do what Christ did. And we are joining Christ in reconciling everything back to the Father. Once upon a time, everything was perfect. Now it's not. And this is our way of working our way back to home and an eternal, happy life. And in the process, we get angels, too. Of course, we have our own angel. And all these blessings, amidst the suffering, blessings. Think about the blessings that have been washing up on your shore your entire life. Your life itself, of course. God, of course. Who's closest to you? Who's the one you love the most? What about the kids? Friends? The career? The desires that you were given? Food you love? The drink you love? Whatever it is. And all these little pieces of heaven that have been washing up on your shore to make life a little bit easier while you're here. What's lacking a lot of times is just the gratitude, just the looking up. And I know it all comes from you, that gratitude, you know, and thanking God for the unanswered prayers, the stuff that we thought we wanted, maybe not so much. You remember the Garth Brooks song, Unanswered Prayers? He's at the football game and he sees the old girlfriend, and this is the girlfriend he prayed to God. Oh, just if I only had her, I wouldn't ask for anything else. And now he's thanking God, thank you, you didn't give me her. Because he looks at his life now, right? Towards the end of the movie, Tom Hanks' character, Chuck, is talking to a friend, and he says, I tried to kill myself. And I had the power over nothing. I even botched that. I had no power. He's like giving in. He's surrendering to the fact that somebody else has the power, not me. And he says, after I tried it and botched it, I felt this warm blanket come over me. That would be God. And he said, I knew what I had to do next. I had to keep on breathing. That's us. Just keep on breathing, right? And he comes back and he sees his old girlfriend, Kelly, Helen Hunt. And again, he loses her again. She's gone on, she's got married, has a kid, and again, I have to keep breathing. What really drove this home of how difficult that can be, that we just have to get up every day and keep breathing, is I received a chapter of a book. There's a woman who wants me to read her book, and the chapter she sent me was the chapter in which her son died in a motorcycle accident. And in the midst of that day and that sorrow and that grieving, she experienced her son. He was there, and she heard him say, Mom, you got to keep breathing. Again, driving home that point, we need to keep breathing. Why? Because you never know, as the Tom Hanks character says, you never know what's going to wash up on your shore the next day. Every day, look at the blessings that wash up on our shore, and who knows, the next day what washed up was his sail, a porta potty. And they put the wings on it, of course. The thread through this whole movie, angel wings, angel wings, angel wings, to get off that island. And let's take a look at that box, because this box was so important. When he was first looking down at the shore at everything, he looked at this FedEx box and these angel wings on a box, and he did not open that box. Why? Because in earlier drafts he did, but then they thought, no. Let's have this be the thread, these angel wings. Let's have this be the package that he writes on this box later. This box kept me alive. Because this is what linked him back to his old life. This is the box he was going to go deliver as the FedEx guy. This was the link to keep him going. So he was going to go deliver that box. And back he comes, back to homeland, and he is delivering the packages and goes to where this thing is to be delivered, back to who sent it. And he didn't see her, but he did see all this angel work, all this angel art. And then he's out on the road. He's out at this crossroads in the middle of nowhere. He's got his map in hand, and he's lost. He doesn't know where to go. He's delivered the package. Now what do I do with my life? Where do I go? And who drives up but an angel? The actual creator of the angel art, the one he left the package with, but didn't know. And this angel, in order to help guide him better, doesn't just stay in the cab of the truck and say, go this way or that way. She gets out. It's like, I want you to see all of me. You can go this way. You can go to the big city if you want to. You can go to the little city. You can go to that road that takes you in the middle of nowhere for a long time before hitting Canada. And as she drives away, what's on her tailgate? There's the angel wings. There it is. People talk about this movie and they go, it's too ambiguous at the end. I don't know which way he goes. Are you kidding me? Do you think he's going to drive to the place and look at the Grand Tetons for 4 years? No, he's going to follow God, as he has throughout this movie. He's going to follow the blessings. He's going to follow love. That's where his future is. That's where love is. With that angel. At least he's going to go check it out. He's going to go check that out. And that's what we are called to do too. As we spiritualize our lives, we're following love. We're following our angels. We're following angels in Jesus back to heaven, back to our home. But in the midst of it all, we have suffering, yes, but we get up every day and we just got to keep breathing, because we don't know what's going to be washing up on our shore the next day. What graces, what blessings that God will continue to give you and me. God bless you. See you next week on Men's Morning Light.